I am you from the future. There's no time to explain. Follow me to...
Phil, I'd love to tell you about this game, but there's no time to explain. And I looked around online before we did this video, and that's the first time anybody's made that joke.
Wow, nicely done.
Yeah, thanks. It's a totally original work. Copyright Griffin McElroy. So please don't steal it. Phil, this is actually No Time to Explain Remastered. Are you familiar with this franchise at all?
So I know that this game came out quite some time ago, the original. But now, I do remember seeing some press releases and some news stories about how they were doing a new and remastered version, but I don't know what is different, what has changed precisely.
Well, let me run you through it. The original, No Time to Explain. Well, let's start with sort of a general explanation. As you can see, as you can probably suss out, the main sort of hook of the game is this laser.
Yeah.
You got this laser, and it's part laser, part jetpack. And you can jump, but your jump is kind of a joke. So most of your traversal in this game is going to be done with this laser beam, which is really fun. It takes a long time to get it grasped for.
Sure.
This was originally, I want to say, a Flash game, and then they kickstarted a full version of it. And that full version of it was fun, but it was also kind of busted. The reviews of the original weren't especially positive.
Sure.
Because as fun as like that main gameplay hook is, the game itself is kind of rough. Here you can see they throw a lot of curveballs at you. So here I'm playing as some sort of football guy with a grenade launcher that throws you around. So this version is rebuilt in Unity, so it's a lot more stable. It's a lot smoother and more fun. There you saw I just collected a new hat. There are more hats in the game, if that is an interest of yours.
I mean, hats are the reason, collecting hats is the reason I play most video games, so.
Yeah, sure. It is very much in the torture platformer genre. There's some really tough boss fights. Some of those have been reworked in this new version. But like the biggest thing is that you can actually play it without running into too many technical issues this time.
Yeah. Well, and it, compared to other, as you said, torture platformer type games, it seems like it's being pretty kind with like letting you restart right by where you died.
Yeah, it lets you restart from the last like piece of ground you touched, which can actually get pretty tricky in some of the later levels where you're like bouncing between bounce pads and these like tractor beams and like not touching the ground for like a full minute. So if you die there, then it does actually send you back quite a ways.
Sure.
And one major addition they have made for this version, by the way, this is out now on Steam, and it's coming to Xbox One. I'm not sure if it's there yet. But another major addition is local multiplayer. You can see there I've got the option to get a buddy to join in.
Yeah.
I have no friends, as you know, so I don't have any footage of that, but I threw in some multiplayer trailer footage here at the end of the video. Here's one of those boss fights. The boss fights are really tough, but like I think that this game takes a page out of like the smart torture platformer textbook in like not making you do the same shit over and over and over and over again. Like, you actually have a few lives if you die during a boss fight.
Sure.
So you don't have to be exactly perfect. It doesn't make it any easier. Like, it is still really tough to get through the boss fights, but I don't know. I haven't felt like I've gotten pretty far in the game. I still haven't felt like I'm slamming my head against a wall.
Yeah. Do you, at some point, do you get the ability to, like, swap between different types of creatures? Or characters, rather? Not creatures.
Well, human beings are a type of creature, if you think about
that's
it.
true.
No, the levels are designed for each sort of...
Okay.
The game is like made up into like different chapters, and each chapter has you doing a different thing. So here I am being carried by, I think, a jetpack version of my future self, using the same beam in a shmup. So this is what it looks like if you do have friends all playing the game at the same time. And I feel like this, more than anything, is sort of why this version of the game got made. Because this looks insane. Like, as soon as this comes out on Xbox One, I'm going to get it. And I'm going to make my friends bring over their Xbox One controllers. Because
you're going to hire friends.
I'm going to hire friends like...
on, like, Craigslist.
It's going to be like the movie Blank Check, essentially.
Sure.
I've ostracized my friends with my wealth. And all I want to do is play this game with them in a multiplayer format. So yeah, this looks absolutely insane. I haven't had a chance to play the multiplayer, but like, it just looks crazy. If you played the original one and thought it was kind of buggy and broken, do you like my puppy face?
I do a lot.
Then this one is definitely worth another shot. For what it's worth, it hasn't crashed on me once. So that's a pretty good sign of quality. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's a really, really smart game, and I'm glad that it finally got sort of the treatment that it deserves.
Awesome.